everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates, and for Valentine's Day, we kick off our, what do you call this, love-related list of Pinoy movies. With me as always is John.
I wouldn't know,
Cool. Never been one and two. Anyway, yeah, this is my X and Y, starring Liza Sobrano and Enrique Hale, and it's directed by the same person who did Four Sisters in a Wedding. So, honestly, years ago when I watched this at first, I was really looking forward to it. And then rewatching this for the review, I'm like, right. It's kind of not the best.
It's, Lord. That's when we go like, this is kind of it's, oh, should I say ass? Because there were some good moments. I would like to look at a brighter side of things.
I like the moments when it tries to commentate on our own culture, I mean the Philippine culture on dating and the dynamic between men and women. It tries, and then it does some really weird stuff, and then you're like, I don't understand what you're going for.
Yes. Also, there's a scene here where I'm like, hold on a second. That wasn't right, and also, I don't think that was his fault. Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. But we'll get to it when we get to it. We can have a full-on discussion in the comment section about it. But yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. Yes, by the way, new area, same shitty camera. Which is way more horrible lighting.
But yeah, kicking it off, we start with, honestly, the cheesiest start to a movie I've ever seen. I was like, oh, okay. And then we see Callie, who's played by Liza Sobrano. It's a vlogger called, who has a vlog
Vlogger.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's called The Bucket List.
The bucket list.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a play on words where it's supposed to be the bucket list, but bucket as in Y in Filipino.
Yeah.
Like the Y list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, why is... There's just a rundown of what she has. I'm not putting out my opinion. That is the bucket list. Is why are men like this? Why are men like that? Why are women like this? Why are women like that? Why is my life like this? That's the whole fucking...
Why am I like this?
Yes.
And then the people are just like, I don't know, man. You answer that question.
I do love those people who are like, yo, you do you, but like, we're done. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And she's also in a call center, which she receives the nicest threats as a call center agent. The woman's like, you're stupid. I'm like, I think that's the nicest compliment you can give a call center agent.
Trust me, that is the best thing you can get from a shady customer.
Yeah, it's not like, you fucking moron.
Not because other customers would like legit, from the horror stories I've heard from my friends who are call center, that they would put you on this whole ceremony like as if they were your parent. And it'll last probably 30 minutes, and the person was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, oh, I just had to turn it off and turn it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole premise of this movie is where we got in the beginning is where her mom wants to go back to her ex, and that's where we get this thesis statement of, can you take back your ex? Are they a changed person? And you get flashbacks of her beginning with Gia, who's played by Enrique Hale, and the moment they see each other, you get like a weird Zack Snyder. The editing in this movie is kind of weird too.
Yeah. What is up with majority of the Filipino films with dubbing over scenes? Like, do you not have a good mic?
Yeah.
That you have to dub in their voice after production?
Yeah, it's weird too. It's like, they speak, they're supposed to be far away, but they're speaking like this.
Yeah. Like, I'll just like be over here, but the mic is like up to here. Okay, so I'm saying it's 2007, so I can't give a crap.
Yeah. But for now, it's like, that's a weird choice. And she meets Gio, and they're part of this contest or thing that
It's a band.
It's banned.
I
would imagine why.
Like, when they go to the party, this is where she meets Gio. This is where like they do the whole 7 minutes in heaven thing, right?
Yeah.
And they do the easy A bit, where they fake having a good time, just so like one can save face and the other one doesn't look like a loser of the party kind of thing. Yeah, and that's obviously taken. And when they play like the bands, like as you can see, I'm a bass player. I don't know any bass player who plays their guitar like this.
I can't fuse my instruments. I'm a horrible player.
Yeah, you really gotta hit that E chord hard.
My God, this move's not the best. Anyway, yeah. And then we get the picture of why they broke up, because for some reason the band's secretary forgets to hang up while she and Gio are having an affair. Like, that's a weird choice.
Here's the thing. Gio here was taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know, he did. Oh, this is the scene, alright? Man could barely walk, being carried by two friends into his bungalow. And then he's get laid on the bed as this lady just plops herself on top of him and just starts making out with him. Man was under the influence. Lady was horrible. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, it's the scenes just executed like, what is happening?
I was like, I don't think he was. Wait, hold the phone. Somebody called in the authorities. That's not okay.
Yeah.
His manager took advantage of him. So I'd say that's a little bit of a flawed scene.
Yeah, but like, going with the start of the
movie. A little bit, it's a very flawed scene.
Going with the story of the movie, he cheats on Callie with the road manager, and then they break up, and Callie, that's why she started the bucket list. And her mom wants to get back to her, but she's like, you know what, exes never change. She does get a big break when this travel agency will ask her like, hey, can you promote our stuff and we'll promote you. And Kallie's already popular. She's already going to like conventions, and people are asking her like, why can't men have more than one girlfriend? We're like, do people really talk like this?
I hate that line. Oh, sorry, you can't blame us for being naturally polygamous. I'm like, it's just horrible writing. Let's just say that.
Because if I was beside him, I'd be like,
whoever wrote that line is just, you know.
Yeah, because if I was beside him, I'd be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's your answer.
But, you know what's fun though? Like, when you watch Filipino films and you know you live there, so it's kind of like watching like an action movie in New York, and then you just try to pinpoint like, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I
love seeing Tagaytay.
I haven't been to that mall, so I was like, I haven't heard about Ayala before.
Oh yeah, it's just Robinsons.
Yeah. But yeah, like during the convention, Gio sees her, and you can tell that he still has feelings for her, which makes it awkward because the travel agency is like, hey, you and this guy who you've been battling on Twitter with, you're gonna work together now. And you're like,
yeah.
I like how the travel agency doesn't look into like, why is the dialogue like this? Why are they talking to each other like this? Oh, they were extras. Do you think it would be awkward if we make them work together? Nah.
Homie, do you think like companies would care? Come on.
I was thinking like, since you're a company,
any publicity is good publicity.
That is true. I was thinking like maybe since you're like a two people sibling company, you care a bit more. But I could be wrong on that front.
We don't know, but like you do know that companies do fucked up shit for clout.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that they got two exes to make content together and like gain attraction of the masses. I don't know. Yeah, that's normal. In my opinion, like that's not unheard of.
All right.
But
this whole journey is real.
He does. Gio does make an account called the Dahil List.
Yeah, and he's surrounded by people that are not the best. Not the best company. Even by the end, they're like, I don't trust you. master.
No, it's a fuckboy house.
Yeah.
So that's what, like, Gio's surrounded by guys who like to play around, especially his father, played by Joy Marquez.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's-
all these roles are acted well. It's just the writing that you're like,
Ah.
okay.
No, okay. I'm just saying this now. From all the supporting actors and actresses, Joy Marquez is the best one.
Yeah.
The man has an amazing comedic timing.
Yeah.
And he carries, even though he only has a couple of lines in one scene. It's probably just, what, 3 minutes of him being there? And the man steals the show.
Is he the leader
Like-
of the fuckboy house?
Yeah, he's the dad. See,
Okay.
Master Pops.
Yeah.
I think the name. But they're like, oh, do you know anyone who stayed loyal to their wife? And then he goes, boy! Who did? And then just goes back to eating. I'm like, I don't know, that shit was funny.
Yeah. Like, as they're working together, Gio tries to prove his, again, thesis statement that, you know, I'm a changed man. I'm better. I won't look at the sister. I'll act like I'm Charlie Cox auditioning for Han Solo. Just, like, it's a weird thing. When he's like, I don't see the person in front of me.
Oh yeah, again, that's the Tagaytay, where they were instructed to have a photo shoot with
Yeah.
like bags and shit, and he's going like hella extra for her, like, oh, push away the rocks that she might trip on, oh, help her get down the step. It's very cringy. I don't like it. I don't know. It was just hard to watch, and I was like, oh. But it was funny though when the lady with the big personalities comes in. That is the scene, by the way. That is the whole purpose. Is that like, oh, she's a very attractive woman, goes up to Gio's face, and Gio's supposed to be tempted, but he looks away because he's in front of Kat.
Yeah.
I found that scene kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just a little funny. Plus, Liza Sobrano, I have to have a huge crush on. So
It's a weird face.
I
Though.
can't. Huh?
It's a weird face she makes, though.
I wear shoes.
Yeah. Like.
I was like, ooh. And he's just like, okay, I'll give that. The scene was fun.
But no, like, the crowd heard their followers were like, come on, give him another chance. He's earned it. He's a changed man. And, like, both Callie and, what's her name, Nina? That's funny. Her Nina are like, you know, fine, we'll destroy him once and for all. And then they set up, like, a fake profile of someone with very attractive features, and then another one where she hires her friend to have sex with Gio, or to tempt him.
Yeah, like, oh, try your best to seduce him. Would tell me, because she needs proof. Because everybody's bashing her because she doesn't want to go back with him, and for good reason. To everybody in the internet, it is not your call if somebody should go back with their ex or not. Leave that person alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's getting bashed. She's like, oh, give him another chance. He's already going, he's doing everything for you. And everybody's on Gio's side and calling her melodramatic for not accepting the advances that Gio's making. I found it weird that she happened to like go with this whole, I have to prove him wrong. I have to prove them wrong. Like, he is this piece of shit guy who will sleep with any girl with a heartbeat.
I would feel like if I were in her shoes, I'd be like, you know what, I'll do what I want to do. I'm making a lot of money anyway. If they want to fight it out, it's fine. It's not their fucking business.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, she does those where she friends him with a fake account. Well, now for us, those are just bots.
If you see my IG, you would know.
Same here. Then she asks her friend to like seduce him as much as she could.
That one's really close to him. I was like, you want me to what?
And what friend was like, just
right?
I'm like,
Sure.
that's so odd. Okay, I don't know. Maybe
We are breezing through this review because it's a quick one too.
It is a very quick one. It's very bland and goes nowhere, and just a shit ton of filler.
Yeah.
Like a lot of scenes don't matter
Yeah.
to just to prolong the movie.
Yeah.
This thing was 2 hours, and I think it was just 2 hours, right?
It felt like more.
It felt so long.
Yeah. Like this movie, before we go on with the plot, this movie was on all the rage back in college.
2007.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was led by Liza Sobrano and Enrique Hill. But yeah, it was all the rage, and like checking it out, I was like, there's not much to it, though.
No, I don't.
What's the final test? Oh yeah, Lee from Korea comes back
Yeah,
and
they're-
invites them to the wedding, and he invites Gio to his stag party, and then this is where Callie sets up like, all right, we'll finally get this man, and then the weirdest, dumbest way of in terms of like how the movie did it, you're like, you really couldn't have planned this better, Callie. Like she sends strippers to the room. Well, poor Lee is calling his wife. It's just really bad timing. The wife's like, I don't want to marry you anymore. And then the ladies go to the door across them. You're like, why did you book the door across him, you idiot?
You could have gone like a floor under or
Above
above.
or another hotel.
No, like I
Depending-
get it that they had to bug the place. You have to be near
Ah,
to
okay.
bug a place.
But yeah,
So-
like 12 floors
yeah.
above, you couldn't do that.
Right? I was like, okay, it's sloppy. That's sloppy on your end, Callie.
And like the women leave the door open so Gio can just look in. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
yeah. Pretty intense scene, I guess, where Lee, their Korean friend, finds out that, oh, Callie actually set this up just to show Gio a bad face, but in the process, got her best friend, Lee,
No more
he
wedding.
got caught in the middle of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no more wedding. Like, you're at this point in the movie, you're like, wow, Callie is an asshole for doing this.
Yes, it is a very dick move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that when the whole scene of like, there's more to cheating than just cheating. It's like, am I this or that? I don't have the degree to talk about the things she says, but I feel like this dramatic scene is kind of doesn't have that much impact because you're just like, you're a dick though.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how many traumatic experiences you have, whether, and this goes for both sides, by the way. If somebody gets really hurt from this, you are still an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still the bad person for doing this. No matter how traumatic your experiences was, does not give you a green, like a hall pass to just be a horrible person. Which is, I think, kind of glossed over, but they did.
Yeah, it is glossed over. There's a scene that is missing
Yeah.
where like I was kind of looking forward to that scene of how it would play out, but it never happens. You're like, oh, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gio's like, how can I make you trust again? She's like, I don't know, and she tries
Girls
to,
traumatized, and
Yeah.
that's completely valid.
and then she goes to Lee the next day in the airport while Gio's dropping him off. She's like, can I make it up to you? Like, I feel like in the real world, any rational person would be like, no,
No,
go away.
you're just gonna make this worse. By the way, this doesn't work. Like, I don't think this will work. Where, sure, she ruined the party where she hired the strippers, and now you're like, okay, we're friends now because you'll explain to my soon-to-be wife. Yeah, I feel like it'll be better if she heard it from you.
Yeah.
Like as the husband or soon-to-be husband or fiance. Like, I don't think.
Just tell your soon-to-be wife, like, look, man, I'm friends with really crazy people. They're not my friends anymore.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Oh.
You're like, you're the one who caused this. You are an asshole. You're not my friends anymore. Refund my fucking tickets, please.
Yeah. But anyway,
This
yeah,
is
they
a
go to
good
Korea.
ad. A good ad for South Korea. They even meet Sandra Park. Is that her name?
Ah, yeah, Sandra Park. Yeah, that's a famous K-drama.
Yeah,
Like, that's cool.
it's a
Just in a
very
couple of shows.
ad for South Korea tourism, though. Like, hey,
Yeah,
look at that.
with a horrible CGI plane. you saw that like toy that's just going through the air.
It's like how some people recreate crime scenes here. Like, the suspect fled on this Hot Wheels car. Like I know I'm supposed to be
guess
taking
so.
seriously, but cool. And it's like one of the police vehicles, like Lightning McQueen. I was like, good job.
Hey, look. Their budget went straight up to the camera crew and the actors and director
And
to
Korea.
go to Korea.
And they were able to use the Twitter license too. That's why they don't have Facebook, because they're like, oh, the Facebook social media site is yellowish, but Twitter is, what it's supposed to look like in life. Like,
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
spend half your money on Korea and Twitter. Okay.
Just to get the license to use Twitter. I mean, they could have just gone the route of like iCarly, where they make a random website.
Sure. But yeah, Lee's no help either, because when they're looking for his wife, it's like, hey, Gio was supposed to propose to you. Like, can you shut the fuck up? I know I'm not in any position to tell you to do so, but
Well, this was so stupid. This whole scene's so stupid. Look, they just wanted to they just wanted to get the most bang for their buck because they went to Korea. So they just filmed in multiple places saying like, "No, she's here." They go there. Oh wait, she's over there. And then they go there.
yeah, they have
And
the
then-
Scooby-Doo mask running around all of Korea.
Yeah, it's the door scene where they're going nowhere. I was like, what the fuck's happening? And then, of course, they run into the air. Like, there was a scene at the beginning where they're watching a K-drama with Sandra Park in it. And, Charlie has a very weird, very weird lines here. Where I can't wait to have a golden shower of something leaves. It's like, they didn't really look up what a golden shower was, huh?
I was like, can you do a reread on that, please?
You could have just said, stand underneath
Nice
this
trees.
tree,
Well,
tree
Gio.
as these leaves fall down on me. Like the leaves from Ghost of Tsushima, like the yellow thing, the yellow ones.
And Lee's being an asshole. He was like, oh, he's supposed to propose to you right here, on this spot. We're like, Lee, shut the fuck up. You're not helping.
Yeah, where they're having a moment where they're staring each other down, and there's like they're at the trees, they're at this
Yeah.
spot where, yes, this is where you're supposed to just propose because this is where Callie said that she wanted to go to. It's her dream to go here.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Comic Relief comes in the middle of it and is like, "Oh, you're supposed to propose to you here." Looks for fiance.
And then his
Look,
wife,
by the way, I'm having a shit ton of fun just shitting on this movie.
the wife is at home. We're like, yeah, we're just wasting time. You just really want to go on a vacation, do you? It's fine, but why do you bring me along when I can't be there?
We did have like this.
That's nice, saying how the Korean culture has weddings. You're like, I like.
Yeah, I do like seeing that. Like they went traditional route. You see the very cute, traditional Korean outfits and stuff.
And at this point, Callie and Gio are already starting to get back together because they had that one night where she was jealous of the girl.
Anna?
Yeah. And then they have a moment that night, and then the next day they find a wife, and you think all is well in the world. And then the next day, Callie's mom is crying because the customer she was contacting turned out to be her ex. And then
yeah. She pretty much faked the whole. Oh, I have a client that I have to meet, and she does. She keeps getting gifts, keeps getting new stuff as she comes back home, and then we find out she's actually talking to her husband.
but he was with somebody.
Yeah, while she was with somebody else.
Yeah.
While he was with somebody else.
Forgot to
I'm not
mention.
saying this is a very real kind of culture here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her dad also leaves in front of her while Gio was there in the flashback. We're like, that's kind of rough. That is rough. Jesus Christ.
That is rough. Where
Yeah.
and also, I feel so bad to every person who owns a Civic. I've watched so many Filipino rom-coms where the guy who cheats always drives a Civic. Either it's like the new FD or the old EKs. And I'm like, the SIR, I'm like, yes, I get it, that is the fuckboy machine. But trust me, we just like Civics. Anyways.
And at this point, the fuckboy house already told Gia to like, hey, just let Callie have her space, and you think everything's going right, but like Callie, trauma reemerges, and she's like, I won't talk to you anymore. I won't call you. And Gia's like, well, I thought we were good. And it's like, I just can't trust people. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. She does get a scene where she finds out that her mom's actually talking to her husband. The husband never changes, and then there's this person who was like, "Hey, give Gio a chance, cause I gave my ex a chance, and we've been happy for X amount of time." Finally, came back and was like, "Oh, he's actually with somebody else. I'm so stupid for believing that." So she keeps getting messages of like, guys never change or cheaters never change. And I'm like, that's why she doesn't, like,
Trust him.
pull through with Gio, even though they were doing so well.
Yeah, and then her mom gives her some advice that I forgot to which effect goes because the ending, where he's like, huh? Because
I forgot how that ending went.
Gio's going on to Korea because he's like,
Oh yeah, the job offer.
he says it's never gonna work out between me and Callie, and then he says bye to the fuckboy house, and then as this is going down, Callie's at another convention for a book.
Oh yeah, no, but everybody's back. Oh wait, no, because the leaked footage of him with a stripper
Yeah,
went out. Yeah, and then everybody was like, no, Callie was right. Gio was actually a bad guy this whole time. Everybody was. Again, I love that scene by Joey Marquez where he was like, they're going through Twitter and going through the bashers, and then they were like, hey, that's enough. Come on, Gio's right here. Like, how are you? And then Gio goes, oh, I'm okay. And then they immediately go back into, I was like, okay. They immediately go back to the bashers. And I was like, that shit was just funny. Again, Joey Marquez carries this movie with his comedic timing. Especially when he like brought his girlfriend over.
yeah,
And he had to lie.
yeah.
Horrible situation. Funny.
Performance-wise, right? This is funny.
Yeah, this is very funny.
But yeah, Callie goes to the book launch, I guess. How fast her career grows after getting into a dispute with someone. Maybe we should do that. I'm kidding. No, we will never do that. Nina would kill us.
Just start drama.
She says no, G is not at fault to blame. I'm at fault to blame. I should have learned to trust my ex again. And that's why I am closing the bucket list. And the people are like, yeah. You're like, huh? If I were there, I'd be like, can't you just change your format? You're making money. You're making us money. Just change your format and you'll be good.
Yeah. But Gio's on the way to the airport. And they were going through like Twitter, right? And they're going through the bashers. And he was like, I'll just put that shit in airplane mode so you don't have to deal with the repercussions. So I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he does, and she tries calling him. He's like, hey, I finally gave up my thingy just to be with you.
How
And
lovely.
she's like, yeah, and she asked all of her followers, like, hey, if you see Gio.
Oh, I thought we
Tell me where
weren't
he
your
is.
followers anymore. Bye.
Right? So I was like, I would laugh so hard if like the stream just ended there.
Yow. Just bye.
Yeah, like the count just goes 0. But no, this is a make-believe place. Tagaytay, I'm not saying Tagaytay is a make-believe place. I'm saying this movie's a make-believe place where you have
It's too
supportive.
south to be real.
Yeah. Where you have this kind of like fan base that are
Yeah.
like, oh, you did something wrong, we're still on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she and Gio reunite and they get back together and it's a happy ending. Yay! Honestly, the best
And
part.
what? Wait, question. What was up with all the modified Lancers in that one piece of traffic?
I don't know, man. Maybe that's where the
Dude,
other.
I counted like 8. I was like, what the? Was there a car meet nearby that you just got extras? Okay.
Honestly, the best part for me, that really stands out is the after credits where it's like, the cast is having fun.
Oh yeah, the bloopers. The bloopers were always like sick. Like the guy who played Lee, Ryan Bang. Yeah, that was the name. Dude was amazing. Dude was funny the whole time. Like when you would fuck up like English words and
Yeah.
you would fumble over Sagado. I was like, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like, I just wish I had fun for the last 2 hours. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
So, we're obviously not singing this movie's praises, so what would you rate this?
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this movie ends with both of him going to Korea and her staying here, and they're like accepting the fact that LDR, and no matter what, no matter how many pretty girls there are in Korea, this man will cheat.
Sure.
That is the message. Damn, you're kind of bleak. Okay.
No, I'm like, sure, you know what? No, in this universe, who knows? Who gives a fuck?
I don't know anymore. Anyway, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying this movie's dumb.
Like, if they were better characters, I would wish the best for both of them. You know?
Yeah. No, I know Liza Soprano's a pretty good actress. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, the actors I like, but like the
Yeah.
characters, I'm like, you're both horrible. I don't wish the best
Yeah.
for any of you. This universe stops right here. I'd be happy.
Yeah. Like, Liza Soprano did a great job. And Yuki Hill did a great job with the material that was given. I hate the one-liners. I hate the one-liners so much. Where she's like, oh, I can't find a guy who's not manloloko. And it was like, what if that's me? Some shit like that. And then, like...
It's rolling my eyes.
Where Liza Soprano pulls a Velma where she's trying to grab her phone, getting kicked all around Korea, and he's like, puts out his hands like, hey baby girl. And I'm like, shut the fuck up!
Jinkies. But yeah, let's put the final nail in this review. I will give this.
Sorry. I didn't get my score yet.
Well, I'll go first. I'll give this a 4.
Okay.
Below average. I don't think the characters are good. Joey Marquez is the highlight. Horrible person too, but like performance-wise, like
You're talking the character.
yeah. Yeah. None of the side characters are that fleshed out. The story was just dumb most of the time. There's too many inconveniences or conveniences. You're like, well, that's convenient, or that was stupid.
Yeah, it's very Deus Ex Machina for me.
I don't believe any people in real life would act this way. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm just hanging out with the wrong crowd. I need some more excitement in my life, apparently. But yeah, 4 out of 10, not good. That's all I have to say. The thesis. What do you think of the thesis statement, though? Can people change? Like, in this, in our world, probably. And that one,
Okay, fine. Let's have that discussion right now. Can people actually change if they cheat? I say yes. Given enough traumatic events, sure. I know a couple of friends or a couple of guys I know who went steady and just like, I'm done with that kind of game. I was like, okay, and stayed with this one person and they're happily together. Not yet married, but they're together. So I say it's not impossible.
yeah. Like, I don't think redemption is impossible. You just have to walk the right path. Just learn your lessons and don't be a dick anymore, and you'll be good.
And if you say that Liza Soprano's character, Kylie's a little bit like melodramatic about this situation, I disagree.
I think
Being
yes,
cheated
every
on,
right
if you
to-
haven't...
Except for
If you-
sabotaging your friend for trying to frame your boyfriend.
Yes.
Ex, yeah.
Don't do that. Like that's the whole that's the whole message that they're trying to say, is that this girl's obviously valid until she pulls, uncalled for shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, Kylie on the other hand, like, is traumatized by being cheated on, and that is very valid.
Yeah.
You know, like, if she doesn't want to date anymore, if she just wants to stay single for the rest of her life, That is also okay. She has trust issues. That is fine. Get a therapist. I don't know. Do what you need to do to heal. But yeah, other than that, okay message, not okay film. So that is, I am also good. That's a 3 out of 10. This movie was such a hard watch, and I was laughing though. I think I'll enjoy this if I were to make fun of this.
Yeah.
You know, like if you just sat down and just watch a shit ton of shitty movies.
Yeah.
This is like one of them.
Like shitty Pinoy and Western romance movies. Like, let's just see how bad we can get.
Yeah. And no offense to Liza Sobrano and Enrique Hill. We have seen you in amazing things.
Yeah.
But this is not one of them.
Yeah, that's been our video of my X and Y's. Tell us your best so bad that it's funny rom-coms, either from the Philippines
I
or
say
from
it's
here.
still, well, yeah, we're doing this for Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
right? I say this is still a good watch if you're very self-aware.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just willing to make fun of it, just have a few laughs with a girl. And it's on Netflix, so you could not pay attention to the movie at all and do something else. Who knows? If you just want background sounds, there you go.
But yeah, if you want to see more of us here, please like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We are also at Facebook, Spotify, and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go, and Facebook to see us stream games, react to trailers, and stream about our lives from time to time. Individually, you can find me at Twitter at Gandalfus1995. How about you?
Oh, you can find me at JohnGOM_ on Instagram. It is my art.
And that's all the time we have for this video. We'll see you on the next Pinoy rom-com or romance. Bye, everybody.
Okay.